Welcome to ViewTheRace.com. This is the Hyannis Marathon and Half Marathon from Hyannis, Massachusetts. This race is usually held during the month of February. It starts right in front of the Resort and Conference Center in Hyannis, Mass. This race is a nice mix of ocean views and rolling hills through Hyannis. We turn onto C Street. This is a nice, straight, relatively flat road. It actually is gradually downhill as you head towards the ocean. This is a popular race, and parking can sometimes be an issue, so getting there early on race day will guarantee you get a good spot. Of course, the best option is to stay at the Resort and Conference Center. The race starts right in front of the Resort and Conference Center. You can walk right out of your room to the start line. As you take this left onto Old Colony Road, again, it's relatively flat with just a slightly uphill grade. As you turn onto Bay Street, it's a short little street. You're going to take another right, and you can see you're at Hyannis Harbor. This is where you can take the ferry out to the islands. The stretch continues to be nice and flat. On your left, you're going to run by the JFK Memorial. It's also a beautiful ocean view to your left. And here the ocean opens up right in front of you. If you get a nice day in February, this is a really beautiful spot to be running in. Wind can be a factor because you are along the ocean, but because the course has so many turns, if the wind is in your face for one road, luckily when you make the next turn, it's usually at your back. This next section of the course has a number of turns in it, but you'll be running through a beautiful neighborhood in Hyannis with ocean views, gorgeous homes. You may even be able to get a glimpse of the Kennedy compound as it's located in this neighborhood. As you round this corner, you're going to start up the first climb of the race. This is a tough climb. It's long, and as you take the next corner, it continues up. But it's early enough in the race that you can weather the storm. For the marathon, when you're on the second loop, it may be a bit more challenging. Once you crest the top, you have a nice gradual downhill to catch your breath. I should mention that this course is the half marathon course, and the marathon repeats the exact same course. So as you're seeing the mile markers come around, if you're running the marathon, you can anticipate that you would be back in the same spot again 13 miles later. This road that heads out to Craigville Beach, for me, was the most boring road on the course. It's a little bit rolling, nothing too bad, but it seems to go on forever. You can concentrate on getting to the end of this road to Craigville Beach. The course gets a little bit more interesting after that. And as we round the corner here, you'll be able to see this is Craigville Beach. Now, this can be a pretty windy stretch. I'd recommend tucking in behind somebody else. Use them as a windbreak. That was a strategy I used on this course. It worked very well. But it is a nice flat section. And as you round the corner, it stays flat for a little bit. And now the course is going to begin to climb a little bit. This was a tough hill, especially after a windy day in front of the ocean. Your legs are getting tired, your breathing's getting a little bit strained. It continues up after you go through the stoplights, but then it starts to level out. This next section of the course has a number of turns through some very nice neighborhoods. The terrain is rolling. There are some uphills, but there are also some really nice downhills. This is a section that if you're feeling good and you're running the half marathon, you can really start to increase your pace. To the right at this part of the course, there are some cranberry bogs. After you cross Old Post Road, there are going to be some speed bumps in the road. Hopefully they won't slow you down. When you get on Route 28, there will be a coned off section that you can run in. The road is not closed though, so there was a little bit of traffic on this part of the course. But you're only on 28 for a short stretch. The course continues with some gradual downhills and then some gradual uphills. As you take a left onto Craigville Beach Road, you'll recognize this road, as it's the road you went out on. So if you're doing the half marathon, this is the time to really get those legs moving, get your final push to the finish line. If you're running the marathon, you'll continue past the resort and conference center. You won't take the right in on the first loop, and you'll run the exact same loop again. Now the resort and conference center is on Scudder Ave. However, the course has you take a little offshoot into this side neighborhood to add on some mileage, which at the end of a race, it can be a little frustrating when you can see the finish line up ahead. And there is a gentle roll to the road in this neighborhood. The good thing is, after you turn back onto Scudder Ave, right after mile 13, if you're doing the half marathon, you're just about at the finish line. You're going to take a right into the resort and conference center. If you're doing the marathon, you'll continue straight. Thank you for viewing the race at viewtherace.com.